Welcome. This is habit number 3, March's habit. Engage and interact with your target market. So we're going to cover how to reach out to your prospects, building relationships and trust. We're going to talk about how to set up a Facebook business page primarily, but you could set up groups, you could set up Google Plus pages, you could set up LinkedIn companies. There's all kinds of things that you could do, but I wanted to cover Facebook pages today. I get a lot of questions on that. And we're going to talk about a way of thinking outside the box when you're setting up your Facebook business page so that you're not selling to your prospects. I've been learning recently that internet marketing is way different from the face-to-face direct marketing. In other words, people do not want to be sold to. They want to, first of all, learn how to trust you. And I think that's just basically because there's so much access on the internet that they won't give you entrance into their lives unless they trust you. And, the old saying, people do business with people they know and trust. Well, we're going to talk about how to build that trust by setting up a business page that offers value to them. Also, we're going to talk about adding prospects as friends, connections, and followers according to geographics and demographics. I want to talk about, first of all, like the pages and join groups where your target market is going to hang out. And we're going to go live into Facebook a couple times so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you how to interact and engage with the members of those pages and groups, and how to invite them to be friends, followers, and connections, and how to keep that conversation going. I had a conversation with someone that reached out to me last night on Facebook chat that went on for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and he was introducing a product to me. It's not something I recommend, but I just want to show you what it looks like. How to use, now we're not going to talk about how to use the Facebook chat. I'm just going to show it to you. If you see a green light next to someone's name, that means they're available and you can chat with them on Facebook. The same thing at Google Plus. I've already talked about, I think it was in lesson or habit number 2, how to thank people that mention you on Twitter. And we've talked about a little bit, I'm not sure actually if I've touched much on Pinterest, partly because Pinterest is basically just a little over a year old, and I'm just learning it. I'm actually in the process, maybe 10 or 15% into it, but I'm building my following at Pinterest. At Google Plus, I'm building my following also, and I'm reaching out to people and adding them into my circles. At LinkedIn, I've been there for, I was one of the early people that got into it. And I have about 1,000 connections at LinkedIn. I have interacted with people at LinkedIn. But one of the really cool things about LinkedIn, just in case you didn't know, it's the only place at the social networking sites that I know of where you can export a list from LinkedIn that has emails on it. So if you're having a hard time getting somebody's email, connect with them at LinkedIn, send them an invitation to connect back with you, and then you will have access to their email. You want to set up a Facebook, or how to set up a Facebook business page, because that is the focus of today, besides showing you how to connect with people. There are 3 main points that I thought of that motivates your target market. We're going to talk about all 3 of them separately. One would be location, geographical location. One would be lifestyle, and another one would be service and quality. So let's first of all talk about location and how would you attract a geographical market. And I'm going to go live to Facebook here and show you an example of a real estate agent in Vancouver, Washington that spot in 2010 outside of the envelope. So let's go to Facebook, and I'm going to type in 365 things to do in Vancouver, Washington. And in 2010, this real estate agent, and if we go to the About button here, you can see who he is. His name is Chumley. We can go to his website, Dale Chumley, and he is a real estate agent in Clark County of Washington and lives in Vancouver, and he set up a Facebook business page, 365 things to do in Vancouver, Washington, and he set up the Facebook business page and the website. So he wrote the blogs, 365 things, that's one blog every day, to do in Vancouver, Washington. He linked to them at his Facebook business page, which we were just at. He drove traffic to his blog, and it was really clear once you got to his blog that he was a real estate agent in Clark County. This is an update of his blog. It used to look different than this, and actually I think he's improved it quite a bit. But as you can see, this is his 365 things, and these are some of the blogs that he put up. And as you can see, he has got different headings here that take you to different pages, like the search page, advanced search, our listings, that a real estate agent would actually have. So my point is, he did not sell to the people that he invited to join his 365 things to do in Vancouver, Washington. He provided them with relevant information to anybody living in Vancouver, Washington. I kind of followed him for a while, and he won some awards, some internet marketing awards for this. But every day he put up a blog that talked about a restaurant or the county fair coming up. He would do a little video from his iPhone and post that along with it. Not every day, but in many days he did that. And he also put up a picture. His content wasn't more than 250 words long in most instances. As you can imagine, writing a blog every single day is a huge, huge commitment. But it was worth it, because at the end of the year, he had 14,000 likes. Now, I have no way of knowing whether those 14,000 likes involved Facebook advertising, but I suspect they did. And I'm going to take you into the back door of Facebook advertising in a little bit. I've set up a little tiny $1.50 a day advertising budget. I keep pushing the envelope. I started out at $5, then I moved down to $3, and now I'm at $1.50. And then when things pick up, I'll move back up to $3 a day. So, but you can see now it's a little over a year later, and his Facebook business page is still growing. It's now got 16,651 likes. And you can like his page, and you can message him right from here. So, besides 365 things to do in Vancouver, Washington, you could talk about living in a geographical area, maybe gardening in a geographical area, thrift store shopping in a geographical area, the school districts in a geographical area. You can focus in on something for your geographical area that you write a Facebook business page about. Let's talk about lifestyle. What sort of lifestyle does your target market, what kind of lifestyle do they live or want to live? I was working with a real estate agent a couple years ago, and he was wondering, well, what should I put up a Facebook business page about? And I asked him what his passion was. He said that his passion was muscle cars. And I said, why not put a Facebook business page up about muscle cars? you could talk about muscle car events in Northern California and attract all kinds of people to your Facebook business page, or it could be a community page at that point, and then send them to your website, which would make it very clear that you're a real estate agent in the Northern California area. Say you're into traveling, and maybe you want to set up a Facebook business page on traveling, or maybe you're a 49ers fan and you want to talk about 49ers events in Northern California. You could put up all kinds of, where to buy memorabilia, when one of the players on the team is going to show up in a certain place. There are all kinds of blogs that you could write on the 49ers. So you could set up a Facebook business page just on the 49ers. If you're a hobby fanatic, say you are into, let me think here. I have a word and I can't think of it, but you put pictures together for your family, like wedding pictures and different books for your family. Maybe you could set up a page focused around that. I have a page on diabetes, health, and fitness because I was promoting a nutritional product, and I'm diabetic, and I had started on this diet, and I wanted to, realizing that I have diabetes and I wanted to reverse the effects of diabetes, I thought that, if I'm interested in that, there's got to be thousands of people interested in that. So I set up a page, Diabetes, Health, and Fitness. I set up a advertising program with a $5 a day budget, and in 5 weeks I had 1,700 likes from all over the world, because that's kind of a global type market. If you are a real estate agent and your target market is investors, you could set up a Facebook business page on investing. You could talk about the market, you could talk about investing in real estate, you could talk about mortgage rates. There's all kinds of things you could talk about that investors would be interested in. If your lifestyle is about restaurants and entertainment in a specific geographical area, then you could set up a page, like I live in Modesto, California, so it could be Modesto Restaurants and Entertainment. And you could do restaurant reviews, you could talk about movies that are coming up, all kinds of things you could do with lifestyle. Service and quality, I'm just trying to give you ideas of how to think outside the box, and I hope this is helpful. Say you were a plumber and you set up a do-it-yourself plumbing site, and your focus was on people in a specific geographical area, maybe Northern California, maybe even Stanislaus County. You could set up a do-it-yourself Facebook page. And the reason I say that is you could write up an article on changing a faucet, or dealing with a leaky toilet. You could write up all this series of articles. You could also link to articles all over the internet providing relevant information. Well, if your target market is like most of the people, they are not do-it-yourselfers. If they're a do-it-yourselfer, they're going to do it by themselves anyway. But if you put out the directions and offer them the value, they're going to say, I need a professional. I can't do this by myself. That's why I say I'm recommending a do-it-yourself service and quality. So you're providing the service, you're helping them do it themselves if they want to. You're taking them back to your web page that establishes you as a plumber, and with all your contact information. Your contact information would also be at the Facebook business page. You could also do a resources page. Like, for instance, say you wanted to do a page on the quality of schools in Stanislaus County, for instance. And one of the things I noted as I was researching for this training was that the guy that did 365 things to do in Vancouver, Washington, also set up a page on the condition of schools in Vancouver or Clark County. And he's got a whole Facebook page on the condition of schools in Clark County. So I'm sure that he's doing evaluations, he's checking their test scores. In other words, he's offering information on schools in Clark County where he is a real estate agent, which makes him an expert on schools in Clark County. And any real estate agent knows that schools are important. Say you wanted to talk about the quality of restaurants in your area, and I've touched on this before, but you could do restaurant reviews. You could talk about a restaurant's upcoming sales and specials. You could talk about, it's pretty easy to find coupons on the internet for restaurants if they put them up. Yellow Pages has them, Google Places has them. There's all kinds of places that have coupons. You could actually share those coupons just as a service to people in the specific area. So, that being said, what you first have to do is come up with the concept of how you're going to attract people to you. That's why I used a magnet when I was promoting this site. How you're going to attract people to you to get their attention, to start building relationships, to promote your business. So let's go forward here. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you the back end of Facebook advertising. There's several ways you can set it up. You can set it up as likes or a post, and we're going to talk about that. So we're going to go live here for a minute. I'm going to show you the back end of a couple of my advertisements. Let's see. Go to my home page. I have a Facebook business page. If you're not familiar with it, I'd love for you all to join it. It is 365 Internet Marketing Tips. And actually, you would not see this if you came to it. So I'm going to hide it. It won't let me hide it. Oh, there we go. Okay, and you can see I've been advertising on this. Actually, I should show it back to you again. I've been advertising off and on since the 1st of January, and you can see where I've shut it down due to financial concerns. And I started out at $5 a day, then I went a few days off. I came back at $3 a day, took a couple days off, and came back at $1.50 a day. You don't get as many people liking your page when you lower the price. You wouldn't expect to, but you still get people liking your page. And to have 931 likes in basically 2 months is pretty amazing. If I put up a page, Lynn Albro Internet Marketing Coach, and even if I advertised, I'm not likely to get as many people liking my page. But when I put up 365 Internet Marketing Tips, and I send them all back to my website as we go along, plus I add a few other things, like I pay attention to what pictures are working, and I do pictures with quotations on them. But here's one of my links. This goes right back to my website. It's number, I'm going to see here in a minute, 60 of 365, and it is on creating a sense of scarcity to boost lead generation, which we're talking about today. And I actually I've got about 400 to 500 words on it, and I usually create a picture with a quotation from somebody to add to that page. So I would absolutely love it if you would join my page here or like my page at 365 Internet Marketing Tips. But I came here to show you my ads. We're going to look at the back door of my existing ad, which is 365 Tips to Promote Your Business, and it's right there. As you can see, I'm active at this point. Today, my budget is $1.50. Today, I've got 73 cents remaining. I'm going to open it up, and I can see that My optimized price is $1.49 per 1,000. I've reached in the last week 4,838 people. 66 of them have clicked through to my Facebook page, and 55 of them have liked my page. Go a little bit further into it. You can see what my ad looks like. You can get some more details, and you click on edit. And now you can actually see the back door of my, this is where I set up my page, and I set it up for likes, and I created a headline. You only have so many characters to work in, so you've got to get all your keywords in there. And I always create a little icon so that it will attract people, and this one's bright blue, and with white writing it catches attention. This is going to show up on the right hand side of your Facebook screen, and as we go through you'll see how I've set this up. My landing page is Facebook marketing, because you can set up a specific landing page. You can set up your timeline, your Facebook marketing. I could actually change it to my timeline, and I will do that, and that will actually trigger something new here as I go down. I now have to wait for somebody to approve it. I uploaded an image. I've chosen the different countries that I want it to go out to, and I'm going to show you in the next set here how to set it up to actually to go right to a city. I've set up an age. I'm going to change that age to say 21 with no max. I could actually, if your target market is baby boomers, then you would probably want to go 45 to 65. If your target market is just women, then you want to click on women. Precise interest, if your target market was, say, a nutritional product, then you might want to put in weight loss. You notice every time you make, or I'll show you, every time you make a change, this number changes. So say we click on dancing. That number is going to change, and now instead of 70,000 people that I can reach, I only have 30,000. So we will undo. Oh, 17,000. I have now gone up to 30. Excuse me, I went the wrong direction. So, especially if you were selling a nutritional product, you might want to talk about cooking. You might want to talk about exercise, and that's going to change your audience as you go through it. As you go forward, you want to make sure that you click on this little radio button. Only people not connected, they haven't liked 365 Internet Marketing Tips already. You want it to show up for the other people. I clicked on all relationship status, but say you were, for instance, your focus was first-time home buyers, and you wanted to focus on people that were engaged, then you would unclick all those and just click on engaged. Say you wanted to focus just on college grads. Watch what happens when I click on college grads. My number just changed. And as we go down, actually you could just put in a workplace. I always use Century 21 real estate as an example, and we're at 44 million. Let's see what happens. So this would focus just on the 3,720 people that fit the rest of my criteria. I'm going to unclick that because I want to keep it back at where it was. And then we go here, we establish our campaign budget, and click on Run My Campaign Continuously Starting Today, and then click Save. And you can actually go in and at a click of a button put that campaign on pause at any time. It's very simple to do. What happens is about every 7 days, I believe, or when they hit around $20, they bill your credit card that you set up ahead of time. I'm going to click Save. And then let's go back up, and we're going to click on Create an Ad. So we're going to just actually start fresh so you can see what it looks like. want to show you what options. First of all, you choose a destination. These are all pages that I have something to do with. So let's click Real Estate Marketing Ideas. And you choose Get More Likes or Promote Page Posts. I pretty much stay away from bidding for clicks. I like something I understand a little bit better. If you're advanced, go ahead and do it. If you're brave, go ahead and do it. But I pretty much stay with these two right here. Promote a page post and get more likes. And say you had a post on an event coming up, you could click on Promote More Page Posts and promote that event. Then you set up your ad. They've got it started here, but I could add, see, I've got 4 characters left. I've got 63 characters left here. I could leave this image. It works. I can choose where I want those people to land. Any of my landing pages that are at the site, I'm going to leave it at timeline. I always remove this sponsored stories because Facebook has this set up, because say they decide they don't like the way your ad looks, they will set this up for you and it'll look something like this, and it will definitely get likes, but it doesn't appear to me that it gets likes quick enough. So I always review it. Besides, I like to be in control of what I'm spending my money on. See, right now here we've got an audience of 160 million people. And this is where you start to drill down. You definitely want them, since you're promoting a product, you definitely want them over the age of 18 to 21. And no max, but if your target market is in the 21 to 35-year-old age group, then say they're first-time home buyers, that would probably be it. And watch that number change over there. If you wanted just women, you could click women, and the number changes. If you wanted just men, you can click that. I'm going to leave it at all. It kind of doubles it up there. Precise interest. Say you're promoting a nutritional product. You might want to put in weight loss. And what's popping up here, just so you know, is different Facebook pages. So if you click on weight loss, then your number is going to change again. It went smaller instead of bigger, but you can, as you add these different pages, your number changes. It increases. Say you want to add Atkins diet, South Beach diet. You can see that number just keeps going up. Childhood obesity. That's one way to do it. I actually don't use that method. Just so you know, I use the other method, which is the broad categories. So, say, again, we're going to stick with nutritional products. You might want to do, we are now at 192,000. We're going to click on cooking. See what that number does. Now it's at 11 million. Dancing. Food and dining. Casual diner, outdoor fitness activities. You see, every time you click on them, the number, it changes. You could stick with that. 34 million is a good number. Back up to the top here. Let's now click on state. And actually, we want to click on Modesto because I want to drill down to Modesto, California. And watch what happens to this number. You can actually drill down to a specific zip code. So if you really want these people to be close in, you could go with one zip code. Let's see what happens when I do that. When we click on 95350, we are down to 39,380 people. Now, that's still not a bad number. It would certainly be people in a very focused geographical area. And if you have a business like a restaurant, or you have a business like a real estate agent, and you want to deal just with those people, that's the way you do it. As we scroll back down, I missed that as we went through the first time. Again, you want to name your campaign. So it's something because if you get got several campaigns going. You want to name it. And then you want to give that campaign a budget. And like I said, I'm down to $1.50 a day. You don't have to stick with the $10 a day. And then you click on place order. I'm not going to do that because this was just for training purposes only. So let's go back. And you could see that I just showed you how to advertise according to geographics and demographics. Let's talk more about interacting and engaging your friends, likes, and followers, especially once you got a Facebook page up. So let's go back to Facebook. Earlier I talked about just joining groups and liking pages. So say you want to join groups in Modesto. You would choose one of these groups, and you can actually, as you go through them, you can see how many mutual friends they have. I've checked the city, and it's actually a place and not a group. So we're going to just go with the one with the most friends. That's Clarion Modesto. That is a hotel. We're going to open it up, and as you can see, they have 3,883 friends, and they are very locally based. And you can take a look at their friends, and you can add them as friends. If you add somebody as friends, send them a message. Just hover over their name, send them a message first. Please friend me. It looks like we're both friends at Clarion Modesto. Please accept my friendship request. And then once you send them a message, one of the things you need to know is that Facebook is trying to charge us for this. $1 every time we want to go into we want to invite somebody to be a friend. I wouldn't do that. It's not necessary. Just send them a message and then add them as a friend, and they're going to get a friend request. So once they like your page, and we'll go back to the page, and I'll go into my 365 things, or 365 internet marketing tips, which is right here, and we can see all the likes. And it's important to know that the person that liked you last is at the top of the list. So if I hover over her name, actually I'm going to have to click into her name. I can send her a message thanking her for liking my page and asking her more about what she does. She's in Puerto Rico. She studied at the Institute of Beauty Careers, so I could ask her a little bit about her beauty career in Puerto Rico. This is how you engage people in conversation. Back to my page. I want to show you the conversation that went on last night. This gentleman, Jeff Schwartz, and I talked for about 10 or 15 minutes, and he was introducing a product to me. I find nothing wrong with that. I'm always game to listen to what they've got to say. It's just that I would not be selling a product when we haven't developed a relationship. So what I would use when you see a green light on somebody's name and you want to reach out to them, I would talk about them first. I'm sure your mama told you that when you were young. Find out who they are and what they are, and when they start asking questions about you, that's the first time you talk about yourself. So this guy was talking about his business. I will do him the courtesy of going in and looking at what he had to say, and then I will comment back. I was just really busy last night getting ready for this webinar. So that's how you engage in conversations, and I highly recommend it. You also should, every time somebody likes your page, you should send them a thank you message and reach out with a leading question. Move forward here. The takeaways, the things I want you to remember today is like pages and join groups where your target market hangs out. Get involved. reach out. This is the habit part of it. Reach out to 2 people a day, whether it's at the people that like your page, or whether it's like pages that you've liked or groups that you've joined. Reach out to 2 people a day. Ask them a leading question. Do a little research on who they are first, and then ask them a leading question. People do this to me all the time. It shows up in my inbox at Facebook. I want to recommend that you set up a Facebook page, whether it be a Facebook business page or a community page. There are several options. If you need some help setting that up, send me an email and I will send you a training video on how to set up a page. And I'm recommending advertising to increase likes. Facebook is still the #1 internet social networking site on the internet, so that's why I'm training on Facebook. I'm venturing into Google Plus, Pinterest, LinkedIn. LinkedIn has advertising, Twitter has advertising. I'm venturing into all of them and testing them, but the only one I've tested in depth so far has been Facebook. Okay, I have wanted to show you where you could find these habits at my website. So I have a link here, and you're going to get that link. If you go to lynnalbro.com and click on this tab right here, 2013 Challenge, you can see I've already got the first 2 videos up. I will be sending them to you, but anytime you want to go back and review a video, just remember my name and click on 2013 Challenge. The next thing I want to show you is a special offer that I have. This is it's a 1-year-long program that I send out a training video once a week, as well as training materials, worksheets, and it's just $33 a month. For that $33 a month, you're going to get 4 to 5 training videos, training modules a month. And you can look here and you can see all the different subjects that those modules will be on. I am in the process of developing this. I'm already to week 6, so if you were to start today, I'm going to stay ahead of you 6 weeks. And I am actually tweaking this as I go to make sure that I get it in the right order. At one point I moved keyword research from week 6 to week 3. I'm also going to be offering to the people that sign up for this a question and answer session at least once a month, so that if you're stuck on something, we'll have a 1-hour-long question and answer session so that you can ask me whatever question you want to ask. Daniel's question is, how do you send an invitation to your friends to like your page? And there's a couple ways, actually, Daniel. We're going to go to the Berkeley page here in a minute, if I can find it. There it is. As you can see, once you set up a page, you have this back door, and you can invite all your friends. If they're already your friend, it's really easy. You can actually see all your friends by clicking it up here, and they'll get an invitation, or you can just click on invite. Now, what I need to tell you is that sometimes this little section goes away. Normally, you're going to see in ordinary situations, you actually see the people that have recently liked your page right here. You also see the people that have liked individual posts, and if you want to interact with them, this is a good place to do that. You just click on their name and add them as a friend and send them a message. But if you want to just send a link to the page, you just copy it and go back to your email and paste it in your email and make it a hot link, and they have an invitation to your page. It takes them right to their page. you're going to get an email from me shortly. Feel free to email me at lynn.albro@gmail.com, and I will be very happy to get back to you. I always flag those because sometimes I get real busy and don't get to it for 24 hours, but I always flag them so I won't delete them. So feel free to contact me, and or just respond when I send you a link to this training video. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy days to join me here, and I look forward to seeing you at habit number 4. Talk to you all later.